hate you.
All right. Yeah, so we're at Tyler's place right now. I know we got there and Tyler had probably wanted to do something
Specific.
I don't know. I think he probably wanted to work in his workshop on something. I know that you guys had just gotten those because you just went to Mojo's house, right? And we got like four things. We got like the collars that he was like messing with that Mike picked up. Cade got a seashell. Tyler had gotten a book. That's right, which I'll take another time at least till next session to dictate what is in that and like give you information based on that. So I will need to remember to do that. But I'll remember. Phil, what did you find? You found something.
I don't think I did.
Or maybe you just got a piece of information. I remember each one of you like discovered something. I think it was just the kids and like the interaction you had maybe with Albus and stuff.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember. I wrote something down.
I don't think it was basically the
Yeah,
same.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was like relatively unremarkable. I remember there was no poison. Oh, you got the piece of pie that Cade ate, though.
Oh yeah, and it was fine.
Yeah, he didn't die or anything.
Yeah, it was fine.
So I think where we're at right now, there's like the potential for some goofs and gaffs here at Tyler's apartment. I don't really know what he wanted to do here or anything, but we can start role playing it. I do think his roommate is pretty funny, but also we can kind of just like move on, and then like if we wanted to, like at the beginning of a session, we could just like come back here and do like a quick like role play of his of just being like a flashback or like a like fan service like cut scene of like.
I got an idea.
You know,
what if we like we get there and then me and Tom are just waking up the next morning, and then whatever happened the night before, we can do at the beginning with everybody else.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah.
It's like a sitcom episode when they do like a weird callback, and they're like, "Yeah, it's in this like really brief 2 hours that we had."
Perfect. Yeah, we'll not like we'll not let the audience in on what happened last night when you guys got there, but like maybe your characters like say small things and then we allude to it later.
Oh yeah, I wake up covered in paint, just and I'm like, oh, what a wild night, like wiping it off.
in paint.
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Oil paint.
Fuck yeah. Sitcom.
I wake up with 2 eye patches. I somehow acquired another one, so now I have 2.
Okay. You wake up and I feel like you like wake up, can't see because you have 2 eye patches, like, and then you go to pick one of them up, but it's the one that you actually normally wear, and you're like, oh god, and then you
I can't see. Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Nice. Got him.
Yeah, and then right next to you, Phil, laying in bed, Tyler's roommate wakes up.
the blind lady.
The audience first sees like big like Sorrow-Con like fucking with his eye patches, and then like just sitting up from behind you, like in the same bed, like sits up like the old lady, and she's just like, "Whoa, what? What's happening?"
I just like slither out.
She goes, "What'd you say? You said you can't see?"
Slither away.
Oh, must have just been my dreams. Are y'all still here? I guess they must have left. She immediately starts to take her clothes off because nobody's here.
No.
Oh, what? Oh, are you still here?
Oh,
Oh, she pulls her dress back up.
God, come on.
Sorry,
What was her name? What was her name again?
I don't know if she has been named, but we're gonna call her
Okay.
Gertrude.
Gertrude.
that's my great grandma's name.
Nice. Good strong name.
Strong name. Grandma Gert, baby.
Gertrude von Liebenstein.
Yeah, Gertrude von Liebenstein. That's good. That's really good.
She goes, "Oh, are y'all here? Y'all want some Pop Tarts?"
Yeah, I got any food?
Yeah, I just got microwavable Pop Tarts or a toaster.
Microwave. It'd be great. It'd be great if Drod had a microwave.
He does have a microwave. Yeah.
What is a microwave?
Yeah, Drod made it, and it just heats up your food, and it makes it moist. I ain't got no gums or no teeth.
Oh.
And then she opens up, she has no gums.
She has teeth,
just
no
teeth. It's just teeth sticking out of like her bone. Just no gums.
Okay, close your mouth. Can we see the microwave?
She goes, I can only eat hard food. I only got teeth.
Soft food, she just chokes.
Soft food doesn't work well with me. I ain't got no gums.
Well, could we just see the microwave? It's actually really interesting.
Yeah, Drod brings you over, and it is just like a LG brand microwave.
Just a fucking family microwave.
Yeah.
Buttons and stuff.
Mm-hmm. It just has a button. It has like the door button and then like a start.
I put a Pop-Tart and a fork in it.
Yeah.
Drod,
perfect.
Drod, you press it. Drod is like, oh, from across the room. He's like, oh, wait a second, like, hold on a minute, like, no. So and then he comes over and hits the door open button, and he's like, not the fork, and closes it back up.
Like, man, I hate cold forks.
He's like, Drod goes, well, use this, and he brings out like a utensil warmer. He's just got like everything in his place. It's just like a hot plate. He basically just turns on like an electric pancake griddle that he's got, and just like puts your fucking fork on it.
Nice.
Yeah, some delicious, warm, hard Pop-Tarts.
Hard fork.
Yeah, and then Drod goes, I think your fork is ready, and he uses tongs and like holds it in front of you.
Thanks, man. And they just start licking the fork, and I throw the Pop-Tart in the garbage.
You grab the fork, and you can like hear like sizzling, like sizzling flesh, kind of like. And you just go to cool out. So okay, and yeah, you look. Yeah, the blind lady smells the Pop-Tart in the trash can, walks over, picks it up, and starts eating it.
Oh, Gertrude.
I'm gonna do that thing where like you want to leave but you don't know how to say it. So I'm like, well, see what they say.
I agree. Well,
think look at Drod.
We have a train to catch, so we'll be going.
Yeah, she points to like the back wall and she goes, "Well, there, you know where the door is."
Yes, we do.
Grandma Gert, that's a wall. The door's the other way.
You know where it is.
Thank you.
And then she
Very
goes, ah.
Sorry.
Well, I never want to go back to Drod's apartment.
Yeah, it's just an awful fuck fest.
That was a weird night.
You hear like a small altercation between Drod and her, and she's just like yelling. She's like, "If you're gonna leave again, you need to pay me advanced rent. Like I don't know when you're coming back, but you need to pay me." And He's like, I don't have the money. Like, I'll be back though. Like, don't worry about it. Just kind of generic roommate, classic roommate conversation.
Yeah, classic roommate shit. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, and then she just kind of is like standing at the door to wave you guys goodbye and is like, it was a pretty crazy night last night. She like lifts
See that one?
she lifts up one of her eyelids and there's just like a googly eye that she takes out and just like throws it in the trash. She's just like, pretty wild. I haven't done that in years.
Yeah, I don't think anything happened, but that was just a weird night.
I'm like, Grandma Gert, I'll never forget this night. Thank you so much. I think there's few people I've gotten so close with. So have a great night. Have a great life.
You're close last night. Oh yeah. Yeah. She's like looking down. She thinks you're short. She's like looking down at your lap when you're talking to her. She's like,
yeah.
Yes. It was quite wonderful. And then she goes, well, all right. And then just like walks back inside.
Well. Man, Tom, I gotta say, I'm starting to see why you never ever want to come back to the city ever.
I'm telling you, the trees are much better conversationalists.
Yeah.
Than this
Yeah, I've started to notice that.
I lean in. I'm like, at this moment, I must admit, the single biggest regret of my life was hanging out with you guys that one night. But hopefully this changes. But I feel.
Damn, that's your single biggest regret?
I have lived a life with very few regrets, and that's probably my only one. So I guess it's the biggest one.
No. Why were you even here in the first place?
Like children have died, men have died, women have died. I was just selling my mushrooms, man. I do it every festival. I try to give people health. Yeah, I occasionally get bullied, and I sell them my wares for free, and then I leave and come back next year. But this time, some dweeb ass Drod wouldn't let me go, and
he wasn't dweeb.
I guess there's been some good that's come out of it, but
why? I just don't understand. Like, did you just come to every festival you've come to the city?
Yes, I've always felt bad about. I mean, I think that the city is a poison, but I think especially the children are non-consenters in this poisonous way of life, and sometimes I give them and their families healing plants and fungi and try to help them exist and live. But if I'm being honest, I think I enjoy a little bit of the interaction once a year. I think once a year is a good, healthy amount for me to talk to people. I charge for that day, talk to a couple people, maybe get kicked and spit on, and then come back 365 days later. That's good for me,
That is a shocking thing to hear. you enjoy that. From the few weeks I've known you, I never would have thought you said you enjoy humanoid interaction.
Yes, occasionally I believe it's healthy, and just to check on keep my finger on the pulse of civilization.
It's a noble goal to share the healing. No, I think it's great, Tom. I love to hear that.
Thanks. I try my best. Not really.
Well,
I mean, but whatever.
Well. Well.
This is gonna be great.
Well, I mean, should we get to the train?
Let's hit that Amtrak.
Phil, you feel like a little tug up on your pant leg. You kind of look down and you don't really see anything, and then you kind of feel like a little something up on your back, and then like a little mouse appears on your shoulder. Drod, you see it too. You see him on his shoulder.
I scratch his little chin like this. I'm like, hey there, and give a little pet.
He loves it.
Is this a friend of yours, Sarkon? Well,
no,
right?
Um,
you
the mouse just
speak
fucking,
with.
he's squeaking away right now.
All right, I'll cast speak with animals and be like, "All good, man. What's going on?" Usually, I'm a little jealous. I'm like, usually, the animals crawl on my shoulders, but he crawled on
It's
Sarkon.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Squeak, squeakums.
The mouse. Yeah. I feel like he's like squeaking a lot. He's like, and then like you go and then you cast your speak with animals, and then the squeaks turn into like his voice. Like there's
Nice.
like like kind of like the transition carries over.
Ah, shit, man.
Yeah, no, it fills out of the conversation, and then you just hear the mouse get like relatively down to business.
He's the blackest mouse.
Yeah, this mouse. This mouse is like relatively pretty clean. Not like doesn't look like very dirty or anything like that. Like maybe like you would see like a house mouse kind of, like how a mouse I think would look. But yeah, the mouse looks at you and just goes, "Have you made?" The mouse is like, and then he goes, "I kind of was yelling a lot at the wedding this weekend, so it's kind of hard for me to do low pitch or high pitched voices right now. So it's gonna.
You don't have to.
I wish I could do like, but it's hard for me to do right now. So mouse goes, "Have you made contact yet? Please, quick, tell me, hurry! Have you made contact yet?
With what?
What day is it right now?"
I say the day that it is. I don't know the day. What do I do?
The
I
18th
check
of Frostfall.
you watch.
What did you say, Phil?
The 18th of Frostfall.
Yeah, perfect. How long ago did you leave to look for the spectral helm?
Oh, a week, give or take.
You might
2 weeks.
You might not have made contact yet.
With who? Hey,
What's this guy saying?
How close are you to the mouse right now, Cade?
just like fucking.
Okay. He like kind of like the mouse kind of like gets up on his back paws and then like leans in and like puts his hands on your face.
Dude.
Just like is specifically up on like one of your eyes and just kind of grabs both your eyelids and like pries them open to like really just like fucking eye, his eye to your giant eye in comparison to his head, just like is looking into like your brain basically. Like it's just like really assessing you. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm just like, everything good?
It seems like some of the pathways have been opened, but not quite all of them yet.
I'm not gonna lie, you're stressing me out, man. Can you explain?
He lets it go and then is like looking up your nose a little bit, and he goes, "Oh, okay." He pulls like a little fungi thing off of your face with his mouth and just kind of like eats it. And then he just goes, "If contact is made, Shatoon.
We should tune?
Remember, Shatoon."
Shatoon? Fine, I'll write it down. Fine.
Fine.
Say it back to me, quick.
Shadeen.
No, Shatoon. Shatoon, you idiot. Shatoon.
Shatoon.
And then he just like bolts away as fast as he can.
Stone, it seems like a pretty serious mouse conversation. What the hell was that?
You just heard like squeak, squiggity, squeak, squiggity.
Yeah,
squeak.
Squeakity, squeak.
I'm just like, wow, interesting. And then I'm like, ready to go?
Was that anything serious? That mouse you guys were talking for a while.
I think he was kind of tweaking out. He said he'd asked if I had made contact, and then when I do, to say Shatoon. I think it has something to do with the helmet.
Shatoon.
You know what Shatoon is? Is this some sort of hip lingo that the urbanites use?
No, I have no idea what Shatoon is. You're the one who talked to a mouse. Imagine you would.
I asked. The sucker just ran off your little shoulder. I think you need to work out a little more. It's too bony up there.
What a little bastard.
What a rat bastard.
Platoon. If contact is made.
Shatoon. Shoulda-toon? Shatoon.
Platoon.
I don't know. Shatoon.
Very odd. Well, did we go to the train station?
Yeah, I see you write down Shatoon, but since I can't read or write, I like pull out and I just like scribble on like a piece of paper and like put it on. I'm like Shatoon, yes, Shatoon.
Yes, of
Just
course.
so I don't forget either, yes.
Yeah. I'll remember.
Just draw a picture of the mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, and we're off. We're walking.
Yeah, you guys can be off and walking.
Yeah.
I feel
While we're walking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, what were you saying?
Like Tom, I've been curious, my boy. How have you been sleeping lately? I know we all collectively get our crazy dreams and nightmares.
It's been okay. You know, I'm not a fan of sleeping indoors, but as long as I get the chill night air, I can sleep all right. How are you? I know you've murdered probably hundreds of people in your wars. Do you sleep at night at all, or how do you sleep at night? No, not saying how do you sleep at night, but honestly, like, how do you do that?
It's been okay recently. I feel like the terrors have only come every other night. Some nights I sleep soundly for once, which is very exciting.
Yes, it does. I've noticed a couple less screams and weeps from you at the nighttime. It's nice.
Yeah. It's good. Wow. I mean, I know it's been a minute, but have you had any things like on the trail to Scooben? Remember, there was a tough time for you out there.
Yeah. That was trippy. Sometimes I can't tell what I ate last night and what is actually going through reality. But I haven't had much conversations aside from getting that helmet and some strange female speaking to me when I put it on. But
what was that like?
It was frightening. It was quite spooky. Now I feel like I'm somehow like non-consensually in some sort of agreement with several all-powerful beings, and it's quite terrifying. But she said she'd come back when I need her to, and that we are now a we. You know, she never said I or me or you. It was always just we. It was kind of spooky, and I can't take this helmet off. And I'm not gonna lie, it gives me panic attacks about every 45 minutes, but it's okay.
Well, you wear that. You wear those remarkably well.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Just take
when I have
breath.
a panic attack, I just can't get out of my visions, and I feel like I almost cave people's heads in with a hammer.
Oh,
it's awful. But I haven't had one of those for a long time.
Good. I look at your hammer and I'm just kind of like, oh, that's good. I'm glad. See like the dried blood on it from like
yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you can control that.
Yeah, me too. Perhaps this is our Shatoon? This woman?
Oh, maybe that does sound like a feminine.
Your Shatoon?
Oh, the hell yeah.
Nox is like, oh yeah, fucking for sure, dude.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, go with that.
Yeah, whatever.
It could be her. That could be it. I'll tell you everything I know because I'm scared and I would like this helmet to come off. Do you want it, by the way? I don't know if I've asked you.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't think you would. I'm sorry.
Feel bad. I interacted with one of the nice objects.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this one's nice too. It's just she's awful mysterious. Most mystery people are nice, you know.
I think you would have liked the conversation I had with Temu.
Oh, would I have? Why is that?
I mean, he's a lot. He reminded me a lot of you. From what he told me. He is a turtle. He's just a straight up turtle. But he was just wandering the ocean when happenstance fell upon him and a shield fell on his back. In a weird way, that's a lot like you coming and living your life as you were in the forest, and
Mm.
then a strange orc, Iron Man, mech man descends upon you, and now you're embroiled in all of this nonsense that we dragged ourselves into.
That's a great point. This narrative grows like a snowball on a mountain.
Yeah.
Do do you wish to see Turtle Man again? Are you envious? Would you like what he holds? Because I'll tell you what, if there's one thing good about these, I feel great with this helmet.
You do?
Yes, like physically, never felt better. Mentally, we got some work to do. But yeah,
You know, I don't know. I obviously wouldn't mind wielding that shield. I'm sure it's quite powerful, but I don't know. I'm the least experienced out of all of us in terms of magic, so perhaps I am not the best one to be wielding it because of my lack of understanding.
do most men from where you're from not have greed? You feel I would expect when someone is offered power, usually what I've seen is you people just take it as fast as you can, especially those in military garb. Do you not feel that way?
No, I think that's fair. I think if I was a younger man and I came across that shield, I would have snatched it without a doubt.
Mm.
It would be mine. I was pretty much like you just described all men being. Yeah, that's how obviously I had some skill behind it, but I was a good warrior and my family had prominence, but in my younger years I rose up the chain of my command with there was some power struggles, a bit politicky, which I'm not proud of, and greed, and my great failure taught me a lot. Now I obviously I don't know, maybe part of me shies away from more responsibility and more power. Um, Subconsciously, I think that was taken away from me a long time ago, and that the king himself and stuff they had it out for me. But I also think perhaps I didn't want to give myself those opportunities for fear of failing again or some guilt or I don't know. The blatherings of an old man.
I understand. Sometimes a simpler life can be a better one, anyways.
Yeah, could be that. Well, I mean, I know we have a plan to approach Vambergard from the forest. You excited?
I'm so excited. I cannot wait to exchange these concrete walls for lush woods and
I was gonna talk to the rest of the group, but I thought perhaps we're not really in much of a rush. I'm sure we could spare a few extra days in the forest. I mean, could be nice for all of us to get that R&R
if
out
that's
there.
I mean, I could show you my favorite tree. We could go swimming. We could plant a makeshift garden. We could say hello to the birds and the bees, and show you my favorite tree, and and maybe a couple other things. I don't know.
I would love. I think we would all love that.
Perfect. Good. I'm glad.
I showed you all my home. It's only fun. We seen Drod's apartment, and we had one of the strangest interactions at young Nikhil's house. Where we killed his dad.
I feel like you guys have made through a few checkpoints at this point. Like you're kind of on your way. Like during this conversation, your papers are pretty good. I feel like I like that Nate made them and he did a good job rolling. So
that was like a Red Dead Redemption conversation that you don't skip. on the end of the carriage.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have anything else you want to share, you definitely can. If not, you can be like seeing a train station and like a kind of a group of people. So it's I mean it's a similar area where you guys left a while ago through the gate to head into the fields where you like got fruit at the beginning of the quest.
Oh
Um,
shit.
but it's probably just like a few miles to the side of it. You know, like basically you went through like this gate entrance to go into like the field, but then like along the same like wall is just like the train station basically that like has access to the train. And then those are the same tracks. I don't know if you remember, Kate. I think I don't remember who you were with, but when you went separate from the group to go get the dragon lily flower thing,
Oh
yeah, I think
yeah.
you walked along some train tracks, or there was like train tracks going. I think there was train tracks going over that chasm. So anyway, it's the same. So just to orient.
I think that was Nikhil and
It
Cade.
could have been.
Yeah,
It's not. It's
there's
not.
like
I think it was.
It's not super important or anything. But yeah, just to orient you guys as far
Yeah.
as where we are. So we're at the north of New Dawn, heading into you know the train station area, and then it would be the field, then the forest, and then Vambergard at the end of the train station. Like on the if we looked at the whole map. Anyway, you are approaching this train station. I'll show you on Roll20.
Ooh, is this it?
Relatively more heavily guarded, I would say. You're approaching from.
Oh shit.
So those blue boxes is like the train. There's a train parked there. But yeah, it's a pretty poppin' area, and then you guys can put yourselves anywhere on the map, like over here, basically. And then you'll like this is a wall, and then these guards are kind of stepping it. You don't have to have already approached them, but you can probably see them, and they'll be your next people that you'll come and talk to.
Sick.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a pretty congregation of people. There's a lot of not a ton of people, but you know, I mean, there's people walking about at the train station, and then there's like some. It's not like wildly heavily guarded, but it is definitely guarded.
Okay. This is the stop where now we could go. Do we have to go through the woods, or are we like at the town?
I think we're still in New Dawn.
Yeah. So right now you guys are. So
Oh, got it. Okay, sorry, I'm retarded. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
yeah, this is just to get on the train to go.
Okay, good.
But yeah, so basically, I mean, you essentially see this. It's like you see the guards. They look a little bit different than the guards that you have like been passing through. I feel like those guards are more like commoner guards. Like some of them were kind of wearing like they weren't really like armored or anything like that. But then these guys are kind of wearing more like armored official. Like they look more like similar to like a king's guard that you would see in like a castle.
Yeah, would I know by like uniforms or anything like what their deal is?
You could tell like their rank for sure. I'm relatively unfamiliar with like actual rankings, but like if there was like a foot soldier, that's like who you've kind of been interacting with for the most part at the checkpoints in town. Maybe like with one higher like first class soldier at the area like overseeing them, but then these guys are like one level, like they're both like one level above like whatever like a first class would be. So these guys might be like we'll just call them like royal soldiers or something, you know. But yeah, you would know their rank.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I have a good. Yeah. Okay. Cool. They're rank 2. Just say out loud, but more to myself, but everybody can hear. Be like, there's a bit more heavily armored than we're used to seeing.
Yeah,
But a little more carefully.
Yeah, I feel like someone walking next to you hears you kind of say that for the most part. Not like in a suspicious way, but it's just like
dementia.
Basically, just hears you be like, "Oh yeah, like dang, like a lot of." He interprets it similar to like you making a comment that is like, "Oh wow, like I didn't expect this many guards," and some guy is walking next to you, and he is wearing like it looks pretty nice. Like he's pretty nicely dressed. He's wearing like a brown suit, like suit jacket, pants, matching pants. It's kind of like a thicker brown, like canvas type thing. Like the material is kind of thick and rough, but it looks very nice. His suit, it's like he's well put together, and he's wearing like a little one of those like English hats.
The paperboy cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, it's pretty much what I had expected. This is my first time here at the train station. I'm a little nervous as well, but I mean, what can you expect? I mean, the train goes directly to the Vanguard, and you know it's a major transportation in New Dawn, so it seems to be heavily guarded and operated by the Royal Crown.
Hey, lad. Yeah. Are you from Vanguard?
He looks over at you guys and he's like, no, I know I've actually never been, but see, I have goals and aspirations that just simply can't come true here in New Dawn. So I'm looking to make new stake in the town. So I got a ticket and I'm headed to the train to head to Vanguard. He pulls out a little briefcase and opens it up, sees it, and he says, "See, I want to open up a bakery there, and I sell danishes, and I'm headed to a bank right now in Vanguard to show them my business and see if I can get a loan. Would you like to try a Danish?"
Sure. Yeah. What's your name?
Oh, Pickens.
Pickens?
Yes.
Try one of these danishes. I eat it.
Yeah. He just opens it up. You can take any of them. He's got like a few of each kind. And
Do you have a raspberry one?
yeah, for sure.
Sarokon fucking loves raspberries.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a whole one and just like fucking eat it. It's dank. I mean, it's crispy. It's like still warm. His briefcase is like lined with like aluminum. Like it's warmed and like
Wow.
gooey and crispy. It's very good.
Pickens, this is delicious. It's amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
You tell me you couldn't get a loan for these out here?
Oh no, I mean I have a bakery here. Just business is just I mean the people there's just way more opportunity in the Vanguard to open a business, and I just figured since I've been relatively successful here, I opened up about 2 years ago. I think I'm ready to make my move.
Lovely. Well, should go quite well for you with these. These are incredible.
Thank you so much. Would you like one?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks.
Oh, of course. It's not everyone's croissant, as I
Very-
was saying.
He's a very, very basic eater. Doesn't do well for his indigestion to eat such food.
Yes, of course. He closes up his briefcase and just holds it by his side. You guys are kind of like approaching. You see that there's like a small line forming, like to go through those two guards to like get onto the platform. So he kind of walks up and like, you guys are like near like the back of the line right now. You don't have to get in it yet if you don't want to. You guys can plan or do whatever. But he basically was like, "Oh well, I'll see you on the train," and then kind of heads towards the line.
I like call for a team huddle.
For sure. I feel like one thing also that you've noticed is like he was dressed nice, and like quite a few people on the train are like in line at least are like dressed pretty nice. For the most part, they're wearing like gray and like brown little dresses and bonnets and things like that. And like if there are kids there, they're wearing like Sunday best for the most part. But then there is like so far that you've seen, there's been like one other couple who is dressed like in like white lace, like gold embroidered, like big purple hat, like huge feather, like 6-inch like heel boots, and like the guy is wearing like leather crocodile, like steel, like golden tipped. Anyway, they're dressed
to the
really
fucking
nice.
nines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cade is about to meet some of his favorite people again when in the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I like
that's the vibe.
I like see that guy walk past us and like come here. Huddle up. And it's like, okay, based on looking around, what we are wearing does not make any sense. Um,
Yeah, we might need to change it before it's hard
no,
like
I think
everyone else.
I think that we can make this work. We
Okay.
run an apothecary business out in the woods. We come back, we sell our wares. Obviously, you can be the main alchemist. Tome, you're dressed that bit. We have a Drod. It could be the synthesizer with the boop boop bops and all those things. And young Nikhil, you can laborer and
I was about to say, he's just the store boy. He's like he
the
does
store boy, and I will be the foreman, benefactor, person, boss man. Yes, but it's all
That's a beautiful-
collective group business. Good, yes.
Guys, that's honestly, it sounds like a great idea. Maybe we could discuss this at a future time. But yes, that's could be our roles now. Yes, I'm just saying, $1 billion business idea. Hell yeah! But okay, yeah, that's our role. That's our role.
All right.
What, are you like actually excited for like to make a business or something?
Apothecary business.
Yeah,
We
just
need a
kinda-
business name. Need a business name. Could be Tone's elixirs.
Yep.
Elixirs is good. Do you have any like random? In case they ask for like something to prove our, give like a mushroom in a glass case or something.
You guys have some
I could-
potions too.
Listen to me are like laughing. I'm like, it's just like a box of like nonsense mushrooms that do like insane shit. Like,
Yeah,
the floors overwhelm you when I open it up. I'm like, will this work?
it's perfect. It's perfect. All right. Okay. Good. Well, I think this will get us through.
Good strategy, very clever. So your idea is to say basically like you're not actually headed to New Dawn, you're just headed to the woods stop.
First
outside.
stop. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're getting out there. Very good.
Yeah.
Do you guys have your solid gold train tickets?
Oh yeah. Forgot about those. Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Do you want to plan anything else, or are you ready to get in line?
I think we're
Bring it
good. I don't think I have
What was-
much else.
Cade, what was your job in the business?
This is the main alchemist.
Yeah, I'm the crazy guy.
Yeah, he's the alchemist man.
The crazy guy. That's a very good strategy. All right, cool. Yeah, go ahead and you guys can just you just want to get in line like everybody else.
Yeah.
You just hop
Wait
in
our
line
turn.
like a filthy commoner. Yeah.
Can I just roll like a general perception check on the station, even though I fucking suck at perception?
Of course you can. Also, maybe your friend Cade can.
Okay, I did all right. I got a 17.
Okay, yeah. Are you looking for something in particular, or
Yeah, I want to, I guess, like, are these guards serving a particular purpose? Like, why are they so heavily armored?
Yeah.
I guess. Like, is there like something, so like a nice box package they're guarding? Are they guarding like a specific certain people, or it's like,
yeah?
would I be able to glean that like all like proper border checkpoints are like this, more heavily guarded than the indoor ones?
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like that's more the cause. Is that last one? Yeah, it seems relatively normal. It doesn't look like there's like an extra train car of like special cargo or like anything like that. It's pretty much just like, and from what you can see, it's like the two guards that you're gonna approach. They're like checking people's papers and like tickets and like asking them questions and stuff. And then there's like one more guard that you probably could see like kind of just perusing, like standing, like leaning back on a wall, like just surveying, like up on the platform. But that's pretty much what you see for now. Like it's not like insane, but they are like, it is like a beef up of security from what you guys are used to for sure. I feel like there's definitely posters of you guys, like the quote unquote posters of you guys that's like pretty shittily drawn up a little bit, but again, they're kind of old. They're almost like a month or two old. And I mean, you guys really look at them and they don't really look much like you. Basically, because the advisors are the ones like putting those posters out, by the way, right? So it's like that's them doing their due diligence to be like, yeah, we made the posters like look like shit. Like they don't look like you guys.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
maybe two or three of them like have your name, but it's like the wrong character race. It'll be like a Luxodon or something. It's like nobody knows what the fuck's going on.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So you hop in line. In front of you, you see two guards. One short and skinny, and one very tall, very fat. And they kind of have a nice little dynamic duo kind of going on.
Can I take a shit real quick?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
In game.
I'll BRB.
Okay. I'll tell you then, Kate. So these people, the two guards, they are like checking people's papers and stuff in front of you, and I'm gonna be honest. I mean, not a lot of people are actually getting onto the platform. They're like asking quite a few people to like step to the side, and things like that. I feel like the couple that you saw that was wearing like like all the really nice stuff. You see them like they're taking like a minute or like 3 minutes to like talk to everybody, but then when this couple gets up, they waited in line like everybody else, but when they get up to the thing, they pretty much are just like boom, and then the guards are like boom, get up there, and then they like walk past. Like it was very easy peasy.
Okay.
A few people are getting up that look like nice, all the other people how they're dressed, kind of like I said, basically like as if like people from New Dawn, like the best that they feasibly by their means like could dress is like how they're dressed,
Okay.
That's like kind of the vibe for everybody here, but just like on a different level entirely than like than that other couple. Anyway, but like a few people are getting led on, but like a few people are getting asked to step to the side. I feel like the Paxson or Pickens, the guy you talked to, is like two or three people ahead of you guys, but you guys are kind of like approaching as you go for the most part. Let me ask you quick while Phil isn't here. What was your deal like prior to this, like legitimately? Like what, like before, like
Okay.
like what's your situation in the woods? Is that where you're from, or you like pretty much like?
So-
I know I know we talked about like you wander a lot.
Yeah.
Which is fine if
So
that's like literally all it is. I just want to understand.
Basically, what it was like I was from like a Fearbolg village when I was born. Like I was born into a village, and but I like wandered a little bit. It was kind of weird. But then when I was like 6, I was like wandering in the woods and saw that floating thing, and I ate it. And then I got just disgusting, and like they all cast me out. We're like, get the fuck away from us. We're kind of weird. We're like, go, don't speak to us. My own family, like everyone, just cast me out. So then, for like at least 100 years, because remember I texted you early on. I'm like 250.
Yeah, you are very old. Yeah.
For like at least 100 years, I just was like, okay, like I'm just a wild animal, like a deer, like I just would wander around and hunt and live and not talk to anybody. Then I started to like, I don't know if it could have been like saw a hurt kid and wanted to help him and heal him and it felt good, but just basically I started after like 100 or so, and I would start to like help people. Like I would come out every now and then if I saw someone in need, and I would like help them out, or like I would see like, because the outskirts of a city is kind of where the grungy fuckers are anyway. So like I would kind of just stay pretty close to outside, like helping people who needed it, but really just minding my own business. Like still disgusted by like civilization. Basically, like because I got abandoned, I just blamed like if there's a roof, it's probably full of people who are full of bullshit. So like I just that's basically it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's good. So you would say, for the most part, though, you are like more centrally located as far as like if we were looking at the map of Dew, like would you be more
Yeah.
from the woods, or have you like traveled a good bit? I know you're old, so I assume you've traveled a good bit, but
I traveled a bit, but mostly like like the woods would be. I would say like 70% of my life has been like within those confines, and maybe every now and then I'll like explore if I like heard from like a fucking antelope that the plains are nice or something. But like mostly it's just woods living.
cool. Yeah, and then anytime that you tried to like go into like the outskirts of or like around the outskirts of New Dawn to like provide aid to like people. I feel like the farmers like that are out there like you. So you know the fields pretty well too, because like you have to traverse those, you know.
Yeah, I
So
would say so.
yeah. Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
I was just telling him, Phil, that you guys are in line. A good number of people are being asked to like step to the side and like basically like getting checked extra and like really like some people are getting like turned around, but then some people are making it onto the platform, and then the couple that you saw that was dressed like way super nice basically had just like no issue, like they didn't question them at all. They walked up, boom, ticket, have a nice day, like get on the platform. But other people are getting on, but basically it's like I would say it's about a 50-50 ratio whether someone is getting asked to step to the side or asked to get on to the
Mhm.
platform. Anyway,
Okay.
and then Paxton or what was his name?
Pickens.
Pickens. Pickens is like two people ahead of you, and he is approaching the guards next. Um, so I feel like you guys can hear their not altercation, but their conversation, and it's like the little guard is sitting there, and he goes, "Ticket, ticket and papers." Paxton hands it to him. "Yes, sir. Here you go." He goes, reason for getting on the train." He gives you the same. He gives him the same spiel. He's like, "Well, I have this. I got this ticket here, and I have papers saying that I have a meeting with a bank in Vandergard, a bank to potentially ask for a loan, so I can open up my bakery business there." And then he opens it up, and even from where you guys are, you just smell like the delicious waft of like his danishes and stuff, kind of like in the back line. So you see he's opened it up. He's like, "Yes, I have quite a successful business here in New Dawn, and I'm meeting with a bank to potentially get a loan to open up there. I have to see the papers right there. Everything good? Would you like a Danish?" And they kind of are looking at him, and they go. The big guy immediately, like without saying anything, is just like, "Oh yeah, I'll grab a Danish." And he grabs one and starts kind of eating it. And he's like, "Whoa, man!" He's like, "Jimmy, these are great." And the little guy is kind of looking at him. He's like, "It's like a loan. You're going to Vandergard to ask for a loan? So you're saying you have a successful business in New Dawn, or what?" And Pickens is kind of like, "Oh yeah, so we've done quite good business there, but I checked the retail prices in Vandergard, and I just wouldn't be able to feasibly make the expenses in order to open up a business there. So yes, I need approval from a bank there, but I have pretty high hopes. I've been pretty successful in New Dawn, and everyone seems to like my danishes, and I think it's ready for me. It's time for me to move on in there." And Packer just goes, "You know what? The people of Vandergard don't need someone coming into town just to ask for money. How about you take this and step aside? We'll have you meet with someone else, and we'll see if it's. I just don't think you're the kind of person who belongs there." And he gets kind of panicky, and it's like, what do you mean? I have a ticket. How could you just deny me if I have a ticket? I mean, I have papers. I've contacted and made an appointment with the bank in Vanguard. They seem fine with it. I mean, what seems to be the rub?" And they're just like, "Sir, well, sir," and they kind of like put their hands on like a holster of like a mage tech device, and they're just like, "Oh, sir, step aside, please. We have more people to let on this train. We'll view your claim in a moment. Please get in that line over there." And there's just like another crowd of people who's like all been denied, and they all have like there's like a lady with like a box of chickens and like livestock, and like there's like a goat and like all this like people that are getting denied. Anyway, he reluctantly walks over there and gets in that group of people, and then they just say next. And then the next two people are going to go, but you guys can talk if you need to discuss anything further or continue.
Bit stingy up there.
Yeah. I mean, do you think we're gonna be okay? I mean, look at you. You're not really dressed for the occasion. I'm like stinking and.
Yeah. I mean, we're stopping off. We're not going to Vandergard. We're getting off at the other station.
Yeah, maybe that'll work. That seemed to be his defense was Vanguard. Yeah, we'll be fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Next, what are you? Are you guys all a group? Are you guys together or what?
Yes, we all run collective business together.
Papers, ticket.
Give him it all.
Yeah, he kind of looks through all your papers first, and he's like, "Oh, you guys are all married to each other as well. It's quite interesting." And then he hands the big guy papers, and he looks at you, Sarkon. He's like, "What's this? Is this here you're handicapped?
Yeah. Yes.
What's wrong?"
My foot. It's a bit funny.
Enough for you to get a tax break, I see. And he kind of okay. And he
Oh, yeah.
kind of is like looking over you guys' tickets, and he's like, "Oh wow, pretty nice tickets you got. Direct access to Vanguard on these tickets you can get. Where are you guys headed?"
We're not headed to Vermograd. We're headed to the station before. It's where we gather ingredients and make our elixirs, and then we come back, jump on the train, come back through, and the whole cycle. But it's a lot easier to get the direct Vermograd ticket. Get more coach room for our stuff.
Oh, hey, quite interesting. So you're carrying, yeah. So you're not headed to Vanguard, but these tickets are Vanguard direct access. But you're getting off at the four stop.
Yeah, but the tickets they get you a private coach. Or at least another. You can check 2 bags for the price of one.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Roll a persuasion check.
Check 2 bags. Come on. Come on. Oh, okay. Got a 13.
Okay, not bad. Yeah, he's still pretty suspicious. He's gonna ask you some more questions. He's like, "What bags are you checking?"
Well, I have this bag, and I pull out my adventurer's pack.
He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I would consider that more of a carry-on."
I'm an old man. I don't like to have it share the seat with me.
Hey, what about you, fellow?
Quite heavy.
I just got like this backpack, and I just like take it off. My God, it's just some business material, and I open it up, and again, spores like overwhelm him, and just like spiders crawling around, and like slugs and mushrooms growing.
I think many people would prefer to have this bag in the in the cargo hold.
Yes, that does make sense. That's quite pungent. So, and you, what purpose do you serve your business?
Me?
Yes.
I am the business. That's all I say.
What he means to say is I mean, look at it. He mixes our elixirs and things. He does it all. He's the guy.
Yes. I see. Okay. Uh, he kind of is looking at the bag that you're showing him, Cade, like of all the spores and stuff, and he's just like looking into it a little bit, and he's like, "Is that? I mean, can you sell that to people? Is that regulated? It just looks disgusting."
I'm like, well, the CDIC and the DOC of the FDA have all given me 4.5 FDRs, so should be fine.
And we also sold out of all of our typical merchandise. These are just the raw materials, you see.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, they are pretty stinky. It makes sense they'd be in the cargo hold.
And you know what? I think I might have a spare one, and I pull out one of our healing potions with the whatever tag was on it scratched off. Scratched off. Cheers are just an upper.
He grabs it. He grabs it. That's pretty good. Cade, go ahead and or whichever one of you guys has the, because you guys are both kind of talking. Which one of you has the highest charisma, and then you can roll a persuasion check real quick.
I have a +2.
I'm -1, so
all right,
go away.
I'll do it. Okay, I got an 11.
Okay. he grabs a potion and he's like, "Oh, I see. Okay. Do you mind?"
Huh?
He basically is like, "I'm gonna drink this."
But please.
It's just like I feel like it's like a little vial. I feel like it's not it's not like a big thing, but he's just
It's chill. Yeah, it's a little 5 HP health push. Tendon problems. Yeah.
gosh. He like kind of moves his knee a little bit. He's like,
It's quite good.
pretty good stuff. Just make sure make sure you don't make sure you get off the train at the stop. You said. I'll make
Of
sure
course. Yeah, of
make sure that
course,
they
of
make sure
course.
you get off.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
he kind of like punches like your ticket with like like a stamp. He kind of like punches it in a way.
Special stamp.
He's like, all right, well now you'll have to get off at the in the woods.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he opens it up and lets you guys in.
Sick.
Yeah, that was
We
a good
did it.
That was a good.
Did it.
Well, on the way out, I tell him like that potion was made with only the finest slug vomit. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I feel like
good.
I feel like it's pretty gross. He kind of gags a little bit, but he's honestly like it made me feel so good. He's like, all right.
Good for the joints, slug vomit.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, you guys have gained access to the train platform for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you just see people kind of walking around. There's quite a few more people dressed like pretty nice, like really, really nice, like very, very elevated. But then there's still like a handful of people that are dressed like good, like elevated commoner, is what I would describe it as. And then there's a few more guards that you see. You see two more guards up on this platform, for the most part. And there's this building in here, and everything, but people are kind of starting to get on the train. And things like that. But I feel like you. So what do you guys want to do? Sorry, people are getting on the train. I feel like you hear like a bell toll that's like 5 minutes to departure. 5 minutes.
Do our tickets have like a seat number or anything, car number, or is it just train?
It is pretty. It's just train. It has like a train car number. It'll have like a train car. Like there's like the front. There's like two cars in the front that like some of the more nicerly, like very elevated dressed people are heading into. And I guess yeah. I mean, if you really read into it, yeah, it would say basically yeah. You'll have like a section car. You're not like the VIP.
Okay.
You're riding coach.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like 5 minutes to the train. 5 minutes.
I look over at Pickens. See what that guy's what's that guy up to?
He's in a heated argument with another guard. And basically he's kind of like there's like some tears in his eyes and he is just like gesturing like aggressively to like this open briefcase of danishes. He's like shaking it a little bit. They're kind of getting like they were all like really beautifully organized and now they're kind of like more like messed up a little bit. And he's kind of just like crying and he's like gesturing to his watch and he's like at the guard and things like that. It looks like a heated discussion.
Is there like a guard near us at all?
Not like super near, but there's one like on the platform that could probably like see you guys, but not like one right next to you.
Okay. I'll kill it then. Never mind.
Yeah, he's like over here talking to this guard, and then there's like this guard over here that's kind of like chilling by this post, like watching the train station.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll just say that he's over here in this like stockyard area, like this kind of open but closed walled like luggage room. Yeah, that's kind of what you see Pickens doing.
I don't know if we can do much for him.
Sucks to suck, Picky. I mean, he won't be that useful anyways. Bakes bread.
Yeah, and he's got one successful business.
Yeah, it's like, how much do we have to worry about the upper middle right now? I mean,
Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Nice. Solid. Yeah.
they look at him kind of with this like I get on the train.
Yeah, he kind of doesn't really see you too much. He's really in it with this guard. Just kind of he's crying a good bit, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sucks
he's got
for
tough
him.
choices. It's tough choices out there. Life got those.
What does the train look like on the inside?
Show you,
Ooh, we got a train map.
Matt, baby.
Ooh,
Let's go.
Murder on the Orient Express. Ooh, train map.
Yeah, train map. So yeah, you can just enter, and then I feel like basically all the cars look like this. They just have like little
Little beds.
little bunk bed action. So very similar to the Murder on the Orient Express. I feel like the layout of that car, like the bedroom car areas.
Mm-hmm.
You can be on either side.
Just run up and down like a child.
It would be pretty exciting.
Does it matter which bed we take?
I don't know. No, not like per ticket necessarily. No, there's just beds for enough tickets.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pop my head into this one thinking that it's a vacant, but then see this guy.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Yeah, he's in there just kind of putting his things up above the bed in like the trunk in the overhead compartment, and then he kind of looks over as you walk in.
Oh,
Hello.
sorry. Thought this was empty.
Well, I mean, there's two beds. There's one underneath mine. If it's just you, I think we got room.
Oh, well. All right. I'll take this one. Fuck it.
All right.
My roommate.
Oh yeah, sure. Come on in. I'm almost done with this. I'll get out of your way.
Yeah.
I
Hang
feel,
out.
like I feel like you see Sarokhan just like duck into this guy's room.
What the
I'm out.
fuck? I just like look and I just kind of like, whoop, and then I just hop into this empty room.
Solid.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah. You just kind of pop into the empty room. And Phil went into the room with that guy.
Throw as many wrenches in Knox's plan before he can get it going. I like it. Let's fuck with it.
Yeah. Separate immediately. Yeah.
This is how we beat him. This
Don't
is how
discuss anything. Like neither of you guys knows what's going on.
Yeah,
I like the train car.
Just roommates now. Train mates.
Yeah.
Train mates.
Classic train mates. Yeah. All right, Phil. Yeah, the
Well,
guy's
man,
like he's like finished putting his stuff up, and I feel like it's like a bunk bed situation on like one side, and then there's like a seat, like a bench seat on the other side of the room, but it's pretty cramped. But anyway, he's like putting his stuff up, and then he goes to like sit on the seat, and he's like, "Oh, come on in."
All right. Take my little carry-on item to get it all set up, and then get on my bed.
Yeah, so you're sitting on the bed. Okay, so you guys are like facing each other across the room. You kind of hear like some boop, 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 and then you kind of go like, boom, and then the whole thing like kind of lurches forward a little bit, and then you kind of see out your window like it starts to move very slowly, and it's very slowly the train gets moving, but it's cool. Trains are cool.
It's cool.
You hear like a lot of loud noises, and it's like, and you kind of take off. And then the gentleman directs to you, and he's like, "So have you ridden the train before? Have you been on the train?"
Once, long ago, but been a while.
Where were you headed?
I was out to what are the lands? Not like Drixon, but Edgetown.
Oh, cool. So you rode the train and got off at the woods and took a carriage over to the bay, or what?
Not a carriage, but yeah, but essentially.
What brought you over? What brought you over to Edgetown?
I was used to be in the military.
Really? Oh,
Hmm.
what years did you go? What years did you go over to Edgetown? Was it during the? There was a big war over there. I heard.
Yeah, it was. It was during that time. My company, there was one company that was going by sea and boat, and then another that would. We all took the train out and then marched down there. Turned out to be quicker actually because the storm racked the company out at sea, and we got there first.
Interesting. Oh, so you seem to be an older fellow. Did you serve? You served in that battle, or was it pretty much over when
I
you got
did.
there?
I'd served in that battle.
Thank you for that. I mean, it's tough. I know it didn't quite go as good as the king had hoped for, but you know,
It certainly not.
I mean, I'd hate to be the one that had to answer for that. I don't
Well, should go get a drink.
know. Oh yeah, sure. Don't worry about it. What was your name?
Daro.
Oh, Daro. Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right, Daro.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Yeah. Sarkon's sad now. He goes to find the train bar.
Yeah, you can go into like the next car over, and
Yes.
it's got like a little beverage cart in it.
Yes.
Kid, you are just in your room alone. What do you want to do?
We're moving, yeah.
Yeah.
How fast would you say we're moving?
I mean, it's up to you.
A
Do you
little train
want
quiz.
the train quiz? Oh shit. Well, I mean, if you
Like,
wanted to, I don't know. I mean, if we're full speed already by the time you're gonna do this, then because like you're in there when it's getting started, so it could be at any speed. But I mean, if we're
okay,
picked up, yeah. So like, if you wanted to do something
I'll
like
work.
before it, or like right as it's getting started, but I mean, you basically in my head would have like a 2 minute window where it is accelerating, and then at the end
Yeah,
of that 2 minutes, it will reach like peak speed of like fucking like
okay.
fast. I feel like I don't know.
So, right when we like take off, I eat shit. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, I've never been on a train, so I fucking get leveled, like against the fucking train car.
It was
And
like
then,
minimal movement. You just weren't ready for it. It was like not a lot
Yeah.
of movement. Okay.
Exactly. And then I would say like just slowly, like I try to get back up and I like look out the window and I'm like, and I fucking vomit. Like, this is too fast for me. Like the speed and the I'm like, "Oh, no." And so I'm gonna say for basically until anything happens, I'm like one hand on like the frame of the bed and one like on the wall, just like like just trying to like get through this train ride because I'm scared. This is too fast. I'm like trying to figure out like how your body doesn't turn to like jelly at a speed this high, and I'm just like, fuck trains. That's all I'm thinking.
Okay. It's perfect. Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's not bumpy, but it's like. I mean, I feel like it's like an old school train. You know, where so it's like
Yeah.
it's loud and it's like like little bumps and yeah, you're going. I mean, yeah. So at this point, you're going pretty fucking fast.
Yeah, I'm having a panic attack. It's faster than the fastest I've been is on a horse, so I can't handle it.
Yeah, so it's way faster than that. Yeah, I don't know how fast trains go, but it's the quickest. I mean, I feel like they go. In my head, they go pretty fast, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, Sarkon. So you can walk up to just this little bev cart, and you see a soldier in this car too. He's going car to car, kind of like, and he's just like checking tickets, basically.
I have to go pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
So get an ale, please.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I guess there's like a little attendant at the cart, like a little goblin attendant at the cart that's kind of like walking around it, and yeah, he's like, what would you like to have?
A strong ale, please.
Okay, that'll be 78 Schmeckel.
And, don't you get a complimentary beverage on these trains? You used to. It's been a while since I.
Yeah, not anymore. Not with these times.
Ah. All right. I think I spent all my gold actually, so I'm like, don't think I left it in the room.
He's like, oh,
Silly me.
he's like, what room are you in? We can charge it to you.
Oh, 5.
Oh, okay. Do you want to actually say her room number, or do you want to? I feel like you could. I mean, you could have picked up how they're labeled for the most part if you want to.
Yeah, I think I'll say the room I'm in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you do say the room that you were staying in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, oh yeah, you can just charge it to the room car, and then you'll just be asked to collect. When you exit the train, you'll be asked to collect on it. They'll collect.
All right. Seems easy enough.
Yes, and he pours you a big, nice, juicy, citrusy, cold ale.
Yeah, I get all foamy in my facial dragon hair.
Yeah, you put a big
Delicious.
fat right on the top of the beer. It's good.
Delicious. So good.
Gas. You had that Danish. Now you're having a beer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Taro Khan's like, I might want to move to Vanbergard.
I'm gonna move to Van. I'm gonna retire.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, okay, we'll charge it to your room, and he just hands it to you.
Sweet. Thank you. I enjoy this beer, but I'm sad. So very sad.
The soldier's kind of making his way down, and he sees you, and he's like, sir, please get to your train car for a moment where I take tickets and check tickets and assign people room numbers. So I can assign you one, please. For the next 5 minutes,
I have room number. I'm in whatever I told the goblin. 1A, 5A.
1A, 5A, yes.
Or 5A, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I can't check your ticket unless you're in the room. Sorry. Please return, and that's in the next car. I'll be there in just a moment. I'm making my way there.
All right. Can I take the beer with me, or is this one of those weird liquor licenses?
No, you can. No, you're good. The train operates on international tracks.
Okay.
Very loose.
And go back. Yeah. Go back with my foamy beer.
Yeah, he pretty much comes with you and just like starts doing some of the rooms at the top of the car, and then are you just gonna walk into your room real quick, or?
I'm gonna pop into Tome's room and be like, "Ticket man, coming."
So you pop into Tome's room. Okay, tell Phil what he sees.
Oh, yeah, there's vomit everywhere. Like maybe like even pee on my leg, and I'm like grabbing like a like the bed frame and like the wall, just like.
Tome, are you all right?
Mother of God, man, these trains just go so fast. How do we do it? How is it possible?
It's all right.
I'm like the Iron Snake. It moves so quick. I'm like just freaking out. Strong carriage, man.
Calm down. It's all right. It's good. Here, come grab my hand. See, you can move fine on the train. Like, it's all right. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. See.
Okay.
Yeah, we just step out of the room so I can close the door real quick. He'll take your ticket out here. He won't see the room, and then you can go back and lay down.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it. Sort of, not really, but. Tom, it's all right. It's all right.
I'm sorry.
I like try to like take him out of the room and then close it so you can't see in there.
Yeah, you see the soldier coming in. He's kind of just like standing like relatively right outside. He's getting to you guys next. He's like, "Oh, yeah, tickets? Are you both in this room, or you said you were?"
I'm in the room across. Yes, I'm in the room across. This is my friend's room.
Okay, your ticket, please.
Get him the tickets.
he takes Cade's ticket and looks at the room number and punches it, and he says, "Okay, you're assigned to this room.
Thank
Great.
you.
You all right, sir?"
Okay.
He's a little motion sick. He doesn't go on trains very often.
This your first time on the train?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's unnatural.
He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out like a train equivalent of like pilot wings. Like,
Yeah.
he like pulls it out. It's like a train engine. It's like the front of a train engine with like a little bit of smoke. It's like a little metal pin, and he's like, "Oh, here, well, you're like huge." I guess he's definitely looking up to you, but he's like, "Oh, well, you can have this, sir, young sir."
Dude, that's awesome.
Thanks. I put it on.
He's like, "All right, let's head to your room next. I'll do your ticket."
All right. There we are.
Yeah, he like gets your ticket, assigns you, and then he's like, "Is anyone staying in there? I have to check."
Yeah, I got a roommate.
Oh,
Good fella.
He's like, "Oh, are you guys together?"
No.
Oh, weird. It's a very open train ride. I didn't think a lot of people needed to share rooms on this one.
I don't know. It's the first room I saw, but nice guy. We had a nice chat.
Yeah, he opens the train door to your room, and your roommate is like, he's like putting on like an all black like turtleneck and wearing like black like leggings. And he's like mid to like putting on the turtleneck, and like the like window, your like train window is like open.
What?
So it's like pretty fucking windy in there. It's like an open fucking train window because it's an old timey train, and I guess those windows just open. And he's like finishing putting on a turtleneck, and he's like holding like a black piece of clothing in his hands, and he's like, "Oh,
Checking tickets.
oh, of course, here you go."
Is he acting weird about it?
The guy's acting weird. He's like, "Oh, yep, so here you go." Nope. Like, as if you kind of like caught him doing something a little bit. He's just like, "Oh, yep, here, take it.
Mm.
Just changing into my pajamas," he says, and then the soldier takes it like very hesitantly, like looks at his ticket. He's like looking down at his ticket and kind of like goes to be like, wait a second, I think, and then it's just like boom, like he has taken like a metal pan and just like hit the guard over the head.
What the fuck? Jesus Christ!
And he just drops. The guard just like drops to the floor, and he's like, he just like starts pulling him into the room.
What are you doing?
He's like, get him, help me get him in here, get him in here, quick before anybody sees.
No, why? Why?
Quick before anybody sees.
Who are you?
Close the door.
Oh my god. I don't know why, but I'm helping him.
You're immediately like anxious about getting caught with him. You're just like, okay, fine.
Yeah. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, you guys like pull him in and close the door, and he like kind of starts going to work on the soldier. He's unconscious, but as he's talking to you, he's like beginning to like remove his clothing, basically, like the soldier's clothing, and he's like, "Oh God, that was very unexpected. That was a close one."
What do you mean? Like, check the train tickets. What are you doing?
He looks at you and he's like, "Darakan, I know you are a soldier. Is this gonna be a problem?"
Or you have to start answering some questions for me, man. You'll not get the drop on me like you did him.
Don't plan to. I don't plan to mess with someone like you.
Why did you hit him over the head?
He's like finished taking the guy's shirt off, and he's like tying his hands behind his back right now.
Jesus Christ.
And he looks at you and he's like, my tickets are fake.
Why?
Couldn't afford real tickets.
So why are you changing into all black?
He looks up at you and he goes, I'm robbing the train.
You're robbing the train?
I'm robbing the train.
But why? You'll get caught.
No. They've never had someone attempt something like this before. It's never been done. I'll catch him off guard. He's just like, it's
Why are
easy.
you robbing?
He's like, it should be easy. I'm surprised no one's tried it in the last few months. I've been planning and forging tickets and getting gear together. Now that Mojo's gone, there's nobody that could stop me. They'll get to Vanguard and I'll be long gone with all the loot.
Why are you robbing the train?
He's like perplexed by your question. He's like, he finishes tying the guy up. He's like removed the guy's pants. He's just in his underwear now. And he's like tied his legs. He basically has like hogtied to this guard and like gagged him.
Nice.
He's just like, he's like, we're robbing the train. We need the money. I don't know.
For what?
I'm very poor. I have a sick wife.
You have a sick wife.
My wife is sick, and I've turned to crime.
What's your wife's name?
Let me describe this guy a little bit to you. He is a. I'm gonna go with he's a tabaxi. He's a little tabaxi cat man. Anyway, that's just what he looks like. What's my wife? My wife's name is Delilah.
Okay, inside him.
Sure. What are you looking for? Just to see if he's lying or what?
This guy's full of shit.
Yeah.
This guy's full of shit. Well, I got two. I'm like, damn, dude, your wife's sick as fuck.
Yeah.
Shit. Your wife's so sick.
Yeah, I have a sick wife, and I'm robbing this train.
Jesus.
And he looks at you. He looks at you, and he's like, I'm sorry, but you're with me now.
No. What is your name? What's your name?
Oh, no names.
You know my name.
That was before all this. I'll forget it.
Well, we need a code name. I need to know something to call you.
Call me Panther.
Panther.
Panther, yeah, you can call me Panther.
You can't use Darokon then. You have to use something else.
Yes.
Use like.
I won't. I'll call you Scale.
All right, Scale. But why am I with you? You know what? I should go back to that. Why am I with you?
Look at what we did. Look at what we did.
You did this. You did this.
No, you helped me drag him in here. Your fingerprints are on him. He's like, they're gonna find him in your room. He didn't check my ticket. You're assigned to the room.
Panther. All right. But we have to get away with this scot-free. There can't be any evidence.
Okay, listen. He stands up, nice and tall.
We've got to put his clothes back on. We got to make him think he lost his balance.
No. This guy's a lost cause. No, listen.
What?
No, listen. I'm thinking on my feet here. I got this.
You've been planning this for months. What was the next step of your plan?
He's like, it only got this far. No, he's like, no, my plan is good. My plan to rob it is good, but this guard situation I didn't anticipate. I didn't anticipate them checking my ticket on the train. I thought I just had to put it on.
How'd you get past the other guard?
The ticket, they didn't notice.
Oh, what a fucking idiot. Can I look at his fake tickets?
He was gonna notice. You saw him. He was gonna notice. He was gonna catch me.
I don't know what I saw. But we're in bad, Panther. We're in real deep here.
He puts on his ski mask like over his head.
Nope. Are you gonna just steal the valuables, or are you going to literally hold people at crossbow point and rob them?
No. And picks up the clothes and he hands them to you.
With like black clothes?
No, the guards' clothes.
Guards' clothes? What do you want me to do with these?
Scale. The other guards are gonna notice if this guy doesn't keep coming in and checking tickets. We need to send a guard down to the other cars to check tickets. That's gotta be you.
Oh my God.
Listen,
I
there's only one
can't.
more. Listen, there's only one more train car behind us. He's probably done the rest of the train. You just gotta go into that train car, pretend to check people's tickets. Then you can just come back in here, check off with the other guard. You can come back in here, and you're done.
This will keep us from getting caught.
Yes, it must.
All right, fine.
That'll allow me to continue the rest of my plan.
Your plan. I'm out.
Yes. The rest of our plan will continue.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, whatever. Fine, Panther. Fine.
Yeah. He hands them to you. He hands you the clothes.
I fit into him like Indiana Jones style. They're like really tight on me.
Yeah.
Like, and I pop out of the room.
That's crazy. They fit so well.
Get out of Panther. Get out of here. Go.
He puts on his thing and then just climbs out the window.
I like pop out of the room with my little clipboard.
He climbs out the window. Phil, you're like out in the hallway of the door, but the door is still open, and he's looking at you, and he goes. And then he just kind of disappears on the outside of the train.
Go over to Tome and I knock on his door.
I open it and I'm like, man, all they gave me was a pen.
Listen. I need you to help me really fast.
Okay.
There is a guard. I don't know what I accidentally got myself mixed up into, but we have to make sure that my roommate, you saw the Tabaxi fellow, he's robbing the train. He's robbing the train.
Robbing the train?
But we have to make sure his robbery. We have to make sure his robbery goes off without a hitch. Otherwise, we're all toast.
Why?
Because I'm incriminated. My fingerprints are all over the scene.
You don't think they don't?
What?
You don't think they'd understand if we explained it to them?
Probably not. I mean, I helped him move the knocked out garden.
That's pretty incriminating.
So what I think we should do, we should move him from my room to yours, with all the vomit and shit. And then I could change the things around on the paper, and then it looked like he just went in there, fell, and vomited everywhere and lost his clothes.
God damn it, that sounds perfect.
Okay, we gotta make sure no one's looking, but I want to try and sneakily pick up the body and shove it into Kate's room. I want to untie him too.
Okay.
And I want to basically ask Tom to anything else to make it look like he just had a gross bad time, hit his head somewhere and is vomiting everywhere.
I'm like, well, and I just grab him by his hair and just fucking bang his head against the corner of the bed.
I feel like you moved him into Cade's room, and he is he's pretty unconscious, and you're starting to untie him to formulate this plan, and he's kind of starting to stir a little bit, take heavier breaths, and then Cade does that. All right, here we go, bam.
Nice.
Perfect, yeah. And then he's just his body lurches, he's
oh god.
Oh no.
Falls back and goes back unconscious.
This is bad. Okay, Tom, I need you to keep an eye on him, and if any other guards come this way, you just gotta get rid of them. I'm gonna go check the rest of the tickets, come back, and then we're gonna put these clothes back on him.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Yeah.
I'll be back. And I just going as fast as I can, ticket please. Sign room.
Perfect.
And I make sure to switch Cade and I to a different room.
Okay. Yeah. Um, yeah, you have the little ticket puncher, and you just go into the other car, and you're starting to check tickets. I feel like every once in a while, Phil, you hear just like on the top of the train,
Like a cat.
like little footsteps that like only because you know what's going on, like you hear, and everyone else is just like, oh, the train noises, but it's just like boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 like over the top of your car, and then Kate, you hear a little bit too. You're like,
Panther. Fucking Panther.
Kate, what are you doing with this guard?
I guess I'm like gonna stand outside of the door and just kind of like look around both ways. Actually, I'm gonna get back in, and I'm gonna. Is there like a lock? Can I lock my door?
Yeah, you can lock, but there is like a very clear. Yes, you can lock it. There is a very clear like keyhole on the other side that it would be like an override, basically. But yeah, you can lock it.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna lock it, and I'm just gonna like sit in the bed, like sit and just like stare at the guy and wait.
Yeah, you're just staring at the guy. So his head is like bleeding a little bit where you hit him on like the corner of the bed. I mean, it looks good. You did a very good job. He's like bleeding, not like a ton, but he's bleeding. And he's just laying there, and his mouth is kind of open, like. And then you kind of hear like a voice.
Okay. As I hear the voice, I saw his mouth open. I was like, oh, and I like to like make it more believable, like was splashing a little bit of vomit like into his mouth. Like,
ew.
Good. Yeah.
I'm like, and I hear a voice, so I'm gonna get outside. I'm gonna.
Well,
Fuck.
let me say, you hear a voice. You hear a voice coming from the man.
Oh,
You hear
coming
a
from
voice
the dead.
coming from the mouth of the man, and you hear a voice that says, "Hey, cut that out."
I stop and I look at the man. Is he still like unconscious, basically?
He is.
Yeah. Okay. I just stop. I'm like, then I just stare at him, and then I go back to it.
A tiny version of you. A miniature. Stick with me.
What?
Stick right with me. A miniature version of you, like a 2-inch version of you, crawls out of puts it you just hear like hand like on the lip of the dude, and he pulls himself up out of the guy's mouth.
Oh God!
And he now is like clearly like you splashed vomit all over him, and he stands there on the guy's chin, and he's just like, yucky.
I'm like, I pick up. Does he sound like me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just pick him up by I'm like, what are you?
And okay, then he looks at you. So you're like holding him by this thing, and he's like standing there. So he's like basically he's floating, and he puts his arms like this and his legs like this. He just like starfishes like out, and then he starts talking to you. So he, for whatever reason, he starts starfishing, and then he looks at you, and he goes, "Look at me. That's the last thing you should be asking. Look around. Look at yourself." And then you begin to look around. So you're looking at him, and you're easily still on the train car. You're sitting in the train car. And then he kind of says that he basically is like, that's weird. Like, why are you asking about me? Like, look at yourself. Look at where you are. And you turn to like look around, and whichever way you turn your head, or whichever way you look, or like if you look at yourself or something. But what do you look at? Do you want to look down at yourself or look at like your surrounding?
He says, look at yourself, and like, yeah, look at like my left arm and then like my right arm, and kind of do a vibe.
So you like look down, and then you see yourself, and your arm looks normal, but then past yourself you look and you see a different surrounding. You don't see like the bunk bed on your left side, and then you look down at your right leg, and you don't see behind it, like you don't see the um, the bench seat of the train car. You just see white,
Just white.
just white.
Oh shit! Like Squidward kind of thing. Okay.
And then you look back up, and instead of holding yourself, you are holding a tiny mushroom
Oh shit.
with two eyes and a mouth that is talking to you.
Like you again. I kind of at first I guess I kind of and like push it and kind of go back.
Yeah.
I'm like you again.
Yeah, so it's just basically you're just all in this white room now, and that's what you were holding. Yeah, you throw him. He like bounces on the ground a little bit, and immediately just starts to like the mushroom just starts to like shake and like hop on the ground a little bit, and then like it's like and then it's like and like an arm comes out of it, and then like a leg comes out of it, and then like and then just like the face like is like and like so now it's like a head, a mushroom, an arm, like a full size arm, full size head, like and a full size leg, and then like a tail pops out, and then the mushroom like elongates, and then now there's like a body, and then two more legs and an arm. Basically, it transforms, but it's crazy looking. It transforms into what you now see in front of you is a black haired sapien type creature with three horns atop its head and a curly Q pigtail with like hairless, thick, like pig legs. Like so, like short, hairless, black skinned, hooved legs. Basically, then like in a curly Q tail that's like longer than a pig's tail, like a long hair, black haired curly tail, and then like basically the upper torso of like a monkey, a black haired monkey, and then it has three horns, and the horns are like two coming out here that look like similar to just like kind of like the Hellboy horns, like just no curves or anything, just like hooked straight up, and then the middle one comes out of like the back of his head, and it's like a spiral horn that then points like straight forward.
Jesus Christ.
The horns are like the horns are like almost abnormally big. Also, they're not like proportionate necessarily. Like they're very large and look top heavy kind of. Anyway,
like, are you one of the farmer's creations?
No.
What is this? What are you?
You have met me before.
Like have?
You know me. You know me. You know me better than anyone. As how I know you.
Well, I don't remember much. Were you? You're what I saw when the woman spoke to me on the caravan ride.
Do you remember your name? And it kind of like it like flashes red. He just asks, "Do you remember your name?"
Well, no. Let me think. Shatoon? Just say Shatoon.
Immediately,
Fuck yeah.
he is like taken aback when you say it. He kind of is like, and like kind of like dwells back a little bit, and then looks.
What?
He looks immediately like much weaker. He looks like thinner now, and his legs have like thinned. His horns are like not like decayed, but they look as if like if he like rammed you once, like they would just like crumble off his head.
Okay.
But he and anyway, and he goes there, and then in his hand appears a straight black spear, like a just like a big metal spear, basically. Very simple looking though, but looks very like heavy, and it's very big. And he kind of uses it as a cane, and he reaches behind him, and immediately appears there is like a giant red spiked throne that he then sits upon. And now
Jesus.
he's sitting down in front of you, kind of like hunched over on his left arm, like spear in his right arm, and he's looking at you with his head like hung down.
Like it was that not it?
Where did you learn that name?
A little friend told me it. Is that not my name?
My name.
I go, should I say it again?
Been said.
What did you say?
Sorry,
Knox?
you
Sorry, I'll talk about that. He just says no. He says it's already been said.
So true.
So am I not? Is this incorrect?
Not Shatoon, I am Shatoon.
You are. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, nice.
Are you what led me to this? And I take off my helmet and show it to him.
It appears in his hand, and he's
Oh,
holding.
damn.
Oh, shit.
This is nothing. You now travel with this. He takes it off, and a voice emanates from it. A female voice that sounds relatively familiar. It is the voice of the helmet.
Oh yeah.
And then it begins to talk. And it goes, "Who are you that I am coming in contact with? Has my not ward. I'm trying to think of the word. What would be like my host? I will say host. Has my host fallen? Has my host died? Who are you?" And you hear this voice like echo out from the helmet, a female voice, and it says, "Has my host died? Who are you?" And he just holds it. And then
Noxa, when she says, "Has my host died?" Does it sound like she gives a fuck?
Question. I would say that's a good question. I would say that I don't think that she sounds like sad about it. She's basically purely like questioning if that's what happened.
Yeah, next mission kind
She
of thing.
does
Yeah.
seem surprised though, like, and it's clear that because she's asking, like, she couldn't tell, like she
Okay.
she just genuinely doesn't know like what happened to you, and she's just like, "Has he died?" Basically, is what the helmet asks.
Okay.
And he looks at the helmet and he goes, "No, he is here with us. You merely have met a more qualified owner." And in response to that, the helmet just goes, "Oh, it does appear that we have now attuned and merged with each other." That's
I'm like, did you take the helmet? Is that no longer? Can I have it back?
Yeah.
He's just like holding it, and then the helmet goes to talk. The helmet goes to talk, and it's like well, let me see. She goes. She basically says like essentially that, like, a similar thing to what she said the first time when she met you. She was like, she goes, "Oh, I sense your abilities. You are quite powerful. Would you like to know what we now can do, as now that we have become one?" And then she goes, he doesn't say anything, and then she goes on to explain. She goes, "Cast one of your common spells. Cast a spell. I can tell that you are a magical individual, and go ahead and cast a spell and see what now we can do, now that we have merged."
Damn, she dropped her ass,
I
dude.
think
That's,
you will. I think you'll see that the spells are a lot more, and then he just interrupts her and says, "Quiet, quiet now, and just puts the helmet on the ground next to him.
Chatoon's a bitch.
But he puts the
He's a
helmet on the ground
dick.
next to him, and he looks at you and he goes, "I'm surprised that helmet, or I'm surprised that entity could exist in this plane with us. No matter,
Why is that?
it won't be an issue after our conversation. I'll dispose of it.
Why is that? I need that. My friends need that.
You need that?
My friends need it to help their city.
Clearly have learned nothing of your potential.
Well, I thought it was growing, but you just took my thing.
Helmet?
The helmet.
Oh my god. And he stands up. And he stands up and he walks over towards you. And as he's walking closer and closer towards you, he appears to be like visually at least like gaining strength. He kind of gets a little taller. His horns like darken and like fully flesh out. They're no longer like chipped or anything. He like beefs the fuck up. He had like a pretty long beard and it kind of tightens up and gets darker again. And he looks a lot more healthy and broad and big. And he's walking over there and his posture straightens up and he starts striding over to you on his thick little pig legs. And he is like a foot and a half taller than you when he gets up to you, just like eye level. And then he's got like his horns. And he puts his hand on your shoulder. It's very light and it feels fine. It's very light touch that he puts on your shoulder, and he goes, "My champion, you are imbued with incredible gifts. You do not need any assistance from something like that. Surely not something as weak as that could provide you any assistance."
Damn.
I don't need it for my own strength. I've just been told that it can push back one of the political leaders in one of the towns. It's a long story that honestly I'm not sure about, but they've told me that this is one of the four pieces that keeps these people safe. And it's however I feel about them, I think they at least deserve safety.
Safety for the people. Are you interacting with these people? Sounds like you've gotten yourself into quite a situation.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's pretty gay. I've had to talk to a lot of people. I've had to live in cities for a while. I can barely sleep, but it's okay. I think it's just a chapter in my life that I have to take on. But I've learned that there can be good people. I mean, I've walked the streets, and the amount of gags and groans has significantly decreased, especially in this one little spot. But anyway, I just feel like I'm supposed to help these people. They said they needed it, and I just want to help them and then get back to my life.
You feel like you need to help these people?
Not necessarily I need to, but that I want to. Yeah.
Want to? Let me ask you, how does being around people make you feel?
Most of the time, like when you like eat something and you kind of like I don't know about that, and then like the next morning you vomit, like you had food poisoning, right? It's right after that is kind of how I feel, but like I feel better, but I also did just throw up. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at.
He's kind of he like left his spear in the ground in front of you, and he's kind of been like walking around you and like kind of just like rubbing, like leaving his hand on you as he like walks around, like basically like essentially he is like caressing you, not in like a sexual way, but he's just kind of like
Yeah.
leave it. And then he kind of is like behind you now and has like both his hands on your shoulders, and he's got like very big hands, and he kind of starts to like rub your shoulders a little bit, and he's like kind of in your ear, and he's like, "Wouldn't it be better if people couldn't talk to you?"
Like everyone.
Wouldn't it be better if people who interacted with you, you never had to interact with them ever again.
For the most part, that would be pretty nice.
And he's like very like soft talking now. He's in your ear and he goes, "That does sound nice, doesn't it?"
Yeah, mostly. I mean, but there are some people I would miss. Would like to check up on.
He's like getting closer, kind of like on your shoulders. He kind of is like up on your neck a little bit now. He's like not like choking you by any means, but his hands are like around your neck, and he's kind of just like rubbing. His hands are like around your neck, and he's kind of like rubbing. Mike,
Hey,
He's alive. Made it from Billings.
Yeah.
His hands are like around your neck, and he's kind of like rubbing the back of your neck, and he goes,
Kate's having a nice team moment. Damn, that was the best.
You would miss some people.
Yes, I've gotten to know a few people that they seem to have kindness in their heart and they want to do the right thing. They've helped me change, and I would like to speak with them. Yeah, I would miss them.
Wouldn't it be better if you just killed everyone?
Killed them, everyone.
Yes.
I mean, one of them's pretty messed up mentally, and the other one's getting pretty old. So like, it wouldn't be like insane, but I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
What if I said that that's what you have to do?
Yo, what the fuck?
Uh,
What if I said that?
I mean,
What if I said that that's what you've always done?
what I've always done. I don't remember killing anyone that didn't deserve it. I've always done what I want to do. It's kind of my whole vibe, you know. The bear doesn't have ulterior motive. He just vibes, and that's kind of what I've been doing. So I guess if you told me to kill him, I would refuse.
He was a bear. You think to know what bears do, and then he like gestures out. He's like behind you, still he like gestures out in front of you, and there's just like it's very weird looking because there is like a pack of like 30 bears. And then the pack of like 30 bears is like just like they're standing in like a patch of grass, and they are just like grazing in the grass.
Oh,
Just munching.
Like it looks very weird. They're just like eating grass, like basically as if they were deer. And he gestures to them out in front of you. It's just so it's all white, but it's just like this patch of fucking bears. And he gestures to them, and then they all like very quickly, like basically they act like deer. They like look up and like look down when you guys talk, and then they all just like gallop away and just like disperse and disappear, and then the grass goes away. And the grass goes away.
like, well, that was strange.
My champion, you are. We have what you would call a working relationship, and we have for many eons.
Eons. I've never really kept count, but I don't think I've lived that long.
My champion, you have lived countless lives.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's a lot to take in. I mean, I've heard of that idea, but okay, interesting.
I know.
It's time we awaken you to your calling, and you begin to take on the mantle of what you are.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not going to be your killer, Chitoon.
Champion, you unfortunately have no choice.
Fuck yeah.
See,
What do you mean?
you are bound to me like you have been for all these eons. You must do my bidding.
No, I don't want to.
He's like standing back in front of you, and he just kind of hangs his head, and he holds out his hand to you, like on your chest, and basically, like relatively quickly, like pushes you backward and up into the air, and then like flips you like on your back in the air, and just kind of like puts you on the ground, and you are just feel like a force like holding you like sprawled out onto the floor. Essentially, is what happens, and then he begins to yell again, like similarly to like you guys' last conversation, and he goes, you have no power here. You have no power without me. You have no choice in the matter.
I'm like, well, what if I refuse?
I will make you do it, and it will just be simply slightly more taxing for myself.
When? I need time. I can't do this. I gotta stop it. Stop.
He just says it is time now for you to accept your role. My Leshy.
Is that my name?
Name, title, occupation, hobby, whatever it is you would like to call it.
Day job.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure.
Side gig.
I go, is the helmet anywhere nearby?
It's like a few, like 20 or 30 feet away. It's just sitting next to his chair still.
Okay. Can I move or no? No. I'm like, well, that sounds great, but I'm sorry to sound like a broken record here, but I will not kill those men.
My champion. Someone must quench our thirst.
Or what?
There is no or what. Nothing can stand in the way. Nothing can prevent it. I would become very hungry.
Chatoon, I'm going to stand in your way.
You will.
Yeah.
You kind of like mention his name, and he gets like a little bit. He gets like a little bit weaker. Not like too bad from like when you first said it, but he kind of backs off a little bit, and you can get up off the ground now.
Nice. Okay.
But you say, I'll stand in your way, and he goes, there is no you, Leshy. You are me. You are my Leshy. I use you to walk around this planet.
Is this what happened when I ate the fungus all those years ago?
When you signed our contract?
I mean, I was pretty young, but is that what you would call that?
Back when you had sweet, delicious blood.
Oh,
Damn, bro.
Chatoon, I'd like my helmet back, and I want to go back. I never thought I'd say this, but I'd like to be back on that train.
Like this little trinket, and he goes back to his chair and kind of picks it up. You would like this little trinket? I've given you my powers, and you claim to need something like this.
Sorry, what?
He just says, "I've given you." He says, "I've given you my powers, and you claim to need something like this." Like that's what he says.
It is what is demanded from Dew to save it.
This offers you no growth. This offers you no greater purpose. It merely is a key to a door to you.
Yes, I'm not looking for a greater purpose, man. I don't want to do that. I just want to be Tome.
Tome.
Yes.
Tome is not your name.
Well, it's not Leshy either, man. I'm not going to kill those people.
Leshy! That is all that you are. You are put on this earth to wander the forests and collect the sweet blood of those who wander too deep into your woods.
We'll see about that. I think I'll be able to change that fate there, Chatoon.
Take your helmet. And he kind of throws it at you. He throws it at you, and you are now holding it. What do you do with the helmet?
I put it on.
Roll a wisdom save.
Oh shit. Okay. Wisdom save. 25.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty fucking good. Okay, so you put it on, and it just starts to kind of like vibrate on your head, and you hear the female voice in your head, and it kind of echoes out, and it goes, Tome, I thought you were gone. I thought he would surely have killed you. Are we becoming one again? I can't sense you. I can't feel you.
I just kind of like panic for a second and take it off.
Okay.
I'm like, and I take it off.
Yes, it seems it's found a new master.
Well, are you gonna let me take it at least? I need it.
He goes, why don't we make a little deal?
The deal.
We make a little deal, Leshy.
What do you need?
You know what I need. I need you to start paying some rent.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's not rent free.
Yeah.
And what's to stop me from taking this helmet, attuning, and not paying rent?
You'll likely find it difficult to attune to that helmet whilst it still has a living master.
Oh, damn, dude.
Well, see, then what can you give me? Sorry, you cut out.
The helmet.
Then you're gonna kill yourself.
No, I can. He basically is. Okay, he goes. No, I was simply release it from myself, so that it has no master and you can attune again.
Okay, out of game here, Knox. Could I just say yes and then fucking attune to it and then not kill anybody? I guess he'll probably start fucking with me then. Yeah. All right.
I mean, you can do. Yes. He claims to be able to, like, at a minor inconvenience to him, control you. So, like, there is the caveat of, like, potentially he can just, like, make you do whatever he wants anyway. But it is like basically to him it is like a minor inconvenience. So he would just rather be like, take your helmet, start to give me some blood, and he'll lay out like a bit of a contract as far as like what that means. But yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say
you can do whatever you want. Just see what I don't know.
What happens? Yeah. You say you need rent. I can tell you right now, I will not kill my friends. So, is there some sort of requirement for the blood you need, or could it just be douchebags?
Yes, there is. The purpose of my Leshy, the purpose that my champion has always served, is to ensure that those who wander deep into my woods, A, don't return. B, they have quite a miserable experience before their demise. And or C, are a sweet, sweet child.
and I have to kill these people.
After a brief stint of psychological
Torture.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Very good. Yes, my
And they
Leshy.
have-
He kind of rejoices when you say that. He's like, yes, my Leshy. Yes, my champion. Yeah, fuck yeah.
And they have to be kids.
No, they don't have to be kids. He basically is saying, effectively, he is like, the purpose of the Leshy is to, so basically, you, like, if people wander a little too far in the woods, you can, like, torture them. So, like, scare them, make, like, sounds, like, make a deer, like, maybe, like, be like as spooky as can be, like make like a fucking zombie deer approach, or like a zombie squirrel, or like whatever is weird, and like change, because like you're all druidy, like he wants you to like change how the forest looks so people do get lost. Like maybe they're still on the trail, but you just like make the trail look like it goes that way, and then like close it off, and then they're lost, and then like basically like spook them a bunch to make their blood sweeten up, scare them, make their blood sweet, and then like kill them and eat them.
Yeah, that's easy.
But
Jeez.
But like
It's easy.
So that's good. That's good for like anybody. But then if it does happen to be a child, like oh my god, like that is just like the fucking the cream of the crop, basically.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, that's essentially what he's laying out for you. He wants you to be like his woodland spirit demon. Like he wants you to become the legend of Leshy.
Of Leshy, yeah.
That essentially has been like he has had Leshies, for eons, basically, and that's why it has become a Leshy, and now you just are awakening, basically.
Mm-hmm. Shatoon, I could just. What if I just refuse? Let you keep the helmet, and you can have someone else be your Leshy.
Require you to perish.
Well, I'm not gonna die.
Can't let the power live inside you and choose another Leshy.
I then take the power.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask you straight up. If I, like, I'm not just gonna take it from you, but if I basically say that there is a way for me to do that, do you have like a counter argument? Like, I don't want to take all your fucking. Or do you want me?
Well, I don't know.
Or do you want me to just be like, or do you want me to just be like, that's just not how it works? Because that's fine too. I don't really have a counter for that necessarily.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
I
guess
can
if
say
you-
this. Actually, I have something I can say.
Okay.
He goes, my sweet champion, you are special to me. I handpicked you from the rest. It would be a great inconvenience to need to pick another one. It would take me many years to even find one to replace you, my special Leshy.
That sounds like it's gonna be really inconvenient for you, man. Let me give me a second. Let me think.
He'll start to like appeal to you a little bit, and he basically is just gonna be like, Leshy, it's just a small. It's like kind of like playing with his fingers. Like it's just a small amount of some sweet blood, just to get your foot in the door, Leshy. I think you'll find that you'll love your job, and your woods will never be more quiet. People will stop coming into our woods and trampling our sacred grounds.
Yeah, I think out of just like fear of if someone else does it, they're gonna be even worse. I'm just gonna fucking tell them, yeah. Okay, return to me the helmet so I can help my friends in our quest, and I will see what I can do with spooking children. See you guys.
All right, Phil. Yeah, we'll just end this real quick, and then we'll start back. We'll finish the little. It's just a little side thing, the spooky thing on the train.
Yeah.
We'll just get started
Right.
next time.
Cool.
See ya.
Bye.
So wait, what were you saying? You just were like, yeah, basically a little bit or what?
Basically, yeah, like I'm realizing if he just gives it to someone else is probably going to be way worse, and hope maybe I can kind of play both sides and keep this dude at bay, you know. So yeah, I'll say yeah, return me the helmet, and you got a deal.
He goes, my smart, intelligent champion. This will serve me good, I think. I've waited quite a while for your powers to grow, until I decided to open our gateways and make contact with you. I think this will work out very nicely for the both of us.
Yeah, hopefully less so for one of us, but I think I'll be on my way now.
Cheeky bugger. And then he, yeah, he just takes the helmet and or I guess you're still holding it. He just goes, the helmet is yours to control. Put it back on, and she will bind with you once more.
Thanks. Then I don't put it on, but I'm just gonna like put it in my bag and get ready.
A little doorway appears, just like a wooden door with like some vines over the archway.
Okay. I don't look back, and I just immediately like then shut that door and get the fuck out.
You have a choice too if you want. You hear him like start to talk a little bit right before you go in. He just goes,
Okay.
and he goes, oh, and Leshy.
Tune.
He goes, I've been getting quite hungry over the years. I think we would like to feast soon, and I think that you will notice you too will be gaining a little bit of hunger.
Oh shit.
That's what he says.
Like, all right, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, if you walk through the door, you basically just walk back into like your cabin room with
Nice.
with like the guy sitting there. You just like walk into your room.
Mm-hmm. He's passed out. Good. Cool. Okay. Fuck. Gotta figure out how to fucking murder people.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. What do you?
Mhm.
I want to poll you a little bit. What are you thinking a little bit? Because
I don't know.
I want to say I feel like right now it presents as one thing, but it potentially is not necessarily all that it seems.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like you're not
Sounds good.
ruined. I'm not just gonna make you become like a fucking child killing murderer.
That's awesome if you do. I don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the plan first is I'll try to do it with like non-innocent things, like maybe try to like spook bad guys and see if that works. And if it doesn't work, I'll be like, fuck. And then just kind of maybe slowly loosen my moral restrictions on who I'm allowed to kill until it's like, I don't know, like kids with spray paint, you know?
That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, think about it and take it how you would like to and stuff, and we can see where it becomes. I don't necessarily plan for it to be like a huge thing. I just think it's fun to. I don't know. I liked the idea a while ago, and I kind of like running with it.
It's terrifying. Yeah, it's it. The description